And that's what is causing a crisis in America today. The laws are not handed evenly. And that leads to a destabilization of society and the crumbling of institutions. Perhaps that's why the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had this to say.
I think they're going to pay a price for this in the election. And I think Democrats should use it as an issue, that the rule of law, the protection of democracy is a key issue here. And we better watch out if we give Republicans power in either the House or the Senate.
Oh, it's about protecting democracy and the children. Don't forget, it's about the children, Chuck. At this point, I don't think Democrats understand what that word means anymore at all. All it means to them is protecting the system of corrupt governance that gets all of them filthy rich. That's what it means. But here's what's really crazy. And it was outlined by Ann Wiseman, a Trump-hating lawyer representing so-called watchdog groups that have previously sued Trump for violating the Presidential Records Act. And I quote, "The real problem is there's absolutely no enforcement mechanism in the Presidential Records Act. And there's no administrative enforcement provision." Let me get that straight. To be clear, the FBI presented a warrant to Trump's lawyer, Christina Bobb, that made clear they were searching for classified documents that could be in violation of the Presidential Records Act, which has never been vigorously pursued against anyone, and for which there is no penalty or enforcement provision anyway. So do you think that they were up to something else, maybe? This looks more and more like political performance art, doesn't it? Because as they say on Morning Joe, which is just code for whiskey in their coffee, there is no there. There is nothing here. And even if there was something here, you can't prosecute for it because there's no penalty for the alleged crime. Could we get Joe some more whiskey? He's going to need it. Because even if the librarians at the National Archives had their panties in a bunch, and apparently they do, nobody cares. Nobody. But there is one man who is trying to make something out of this. Former Hillary Clinton lawyer Mark Elias. Yes, that's right. One of the people instrumental in creating the fictional Trump-Russia hoax. He tweeted this. "The media is missing the really, really big reason why the raid today has a potential blockbuster in American politics." Oh, you mean we're looking for the reason here? And he linked to that reason, screenshotting some of the U.S. code this raid pertains to, that says someone in violation could be disqualified from holding office. Did we find what we were looking for? I think maybe. This is a sad time for America. It is also a time when the political stunt of the weaponized FBI has blown up in the left's face. You see, Americans generally believe in fair play. They don't like gotcha games or twisting the rules to punish someone unfairly, even a guy like Donald Trump that half the country often doesn't like. They don't like cheats. So let me say this. Dear Democrats, you blew it. Deal with it. If you thought this would turn the country in your favor for the midterms, it was a terrible miscalculation. If you thought Roe v. Wade was your ticket to election salvation, your prayers were just crushed by the rogue Department of Justice run by Merrick Garland and the jackbooted thugs at the FBI directed by Christopher Wray.